So Joe has woken me up at the crack of dawn to go and see a tree that is no longer a tree. Which I was excited about because I like a tree, and then he told me that it's now just a stump. You're going to carry me up here, right? This is ridiculous. I don't have the knees for this.
I'm struggling. Actually, it's because I'm carrying all this stuff.
You're the man, that's what you do. I didn't bring any snacks.
Yeah, we definitely should have brought snacks.
Jesus, you really are out of breath.
I've got on the weighted bag, all the water, and I'm walking Hadrian's Wall. And you're there with your little handbag telling me it's not that hard.
It's really not that hard. I think people underestimate good shoes. Like, we've always bought the cheap ones that are just from Primark for like 20 quid. Paying a good like 80, 90 pounds for some walking shoes. It makes life a lot easier. You can do these big walks without trouble. Oh, there's so much cow poo.
Do you remember the shoes we had in France that fell apart?
They were the proper like cartoon homeless people one with
the soles flapping.
Soles flapping.
So I'm glad we invested in these.
Yeah. I might not be carrying any stuff, but this is a hard walk. Don't tell Joe.
Hurry up, Big Jode.
Stairs are hard, all right? See, I told you, he just fell. So this is Hadrian's Wall. Now, it looks exactly like all the other walls in the area, except this one is special and everyone comes to see it because it is really, really old. And it's 73 miles long, but we're not walking the whole thing. And if you follow it, it actually leads to one of the most beautiful trees in the entirety of England. It's a huge old sycamore tree that's been there for like 300 years. So we're gonna go and see that. What the f***?
All right, you little vandalizer, what have you done here?
Apparently they managed to chop this down with one chainsaw. So they must have just stood there for like an hour going. There was once a beautiful tree here, and then someone came along, cut it down, and spoiled it for everyone. I think that's where it all fell down. I think it fell that way. It must have happened recently because the sawdust is still all here. I do remember it being on the news and everybody being very cross. To have literally come out here specifically to cut down this tree is just like the ultimate dick move. You shine out to everyone like a star. Aww. Since we've been back in the UK, we've decided that we need a base from which to work. We've got a load of things we want to do to the van, but it's getting a bit difficult to do that on Joe's parents' driveway in the middle of London.
What we're going to do now is look for somewhere to buy or rent, and anywhere in the UK. So we've got a bit of a challenge. It's only for the next 2 years. So maybe buying's a bit of a stupid decision.
We can still do van life, we can still go back to Europe, but we have a base from which to work.
The snot is just pouring out of our noses. It's so cold and so windy, but we've done it. We've been to the sycamore tree at least. I definitely came off worse in that one. Look at the state of these boots.
So that was part of Hadrian's Wall and part of a sycamore tree. We are both so achy after that walk. Our legs, my bum, everything feels like I've done an actual workout. So I talked Joe into letting me stay at a paid campsite tonight because it was only $16.50, so bargain. And we're going to have hot showers and hopefully recover by the morning.
So what slop have you made for us today?
Pasta, and it actually does look like slop.
Oh.
I don't know what happened. I started cooking it and all the pasta just sort of melted and turned into mush, so you've got mush for lunch.
Chuck a little cheese on that bad boy, it might help.
We're at a lovely little park up in the north of England, and parked next to us is a YouTube couple from South Korea, Mark and Lucy. They are really, really lovely. And I'm going to see if we can have a little peek inside their van. Hello.
You have the standard Vanlife footwear.
Oh, yeah. But these aren't real Crocs, these are cheap Crocs.
Oh, then we don't want to talk to you, actually.
They're not real Crocs.
Do you want to show them? So how long have you been in this van?
5 years.
And you drove the whole way from South Korea to England?
Yeah, we just took a ferry to Russia because you cannot cross to North Korea.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing us.
So on our drive to Wales, we drove past and saw a sign for the Blue Planet Aquarium and got all excited, so I thought we'd pop in and see some fish. Joe, I don't think these sharks like me.
Hey, bud. I'm gonna crash.
We did make the mistake of coming here on a Saturday when everybody is here, but they've got a viewing window here where they're going to get in their diving equipment and feed the sharks, the stingrays and the fish. So we're going to go and try and see if we can get a spot to watch that, because that would be really cool. is where you find Jodie when she gets overwhelmed on trips, in the sensory zone, enjoying the colours and the lights. But right now we have to go and try and find our park up for the night, which I think is going to be a bit of a stealth one. I think we both slept a lot better last night. Our new friends Mark and Lucy, their recommendation was a campsite up towards Anglesey, which is near where we're going, and it's only £10.60 a night and includes everything, which is good because our power is on 0. We have like no drinking water whatsoever. We're down to our bottled water purchased in France, I think. Our toilet is full and we really need to clean. But you can only check in after 5 p.m.
So what are your first impressions of this place?
It's very crowded. It's basically how many vehicles can you fit on your very small driveway in the middle of Conway?
So we've got a caravan that he lets out. There's an Airbnb in the garden and another camper van here. So £10.61, not too bad. He goes, use the manhole cover down here for the toilet.
Should we go put some high heels on? Or levelling blocks, as the layperson may call them.
There's still some props at the back.
So that's electricity and toilet done, and that was the most disgusting thing I've ever done.
She's not having a good time, so I've come outside at 3:30 in the morning. At least we've got stars.
I'm so poorly. Help me. Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
Oh, my feet are so numb. I can't take it.
You can't drive shoeless.
Oh, that's so much better.
I have food poisoning. I think it might have been those cold pieces of chicken I found inside my curry and continued to eat. I think that's what got me.
58.81. Thank you.
I don't know if you guys ever find that, but on Park for Night you find lovely campsites and it says £20 per night, whatever, all these wonderful things it includes. And then you get there and they're like, oh yeah, it's actually 35, it's gone up.
20 we stay, 30 we go.
Yeah. We were just wondering how much it is for one night.
It's £30 a night.
Oh, it's a little too much for us, sorry.
But thank you though.
Okay, then, no worries. Thank you. See you later.
No, you won't. Not for the 30 a night.
Did it get it bad?
The GoPro's seen better days.
Oh, that'll teach you trying to be creative. There you go.
Not exactly the right shoes for this. The ground is very boggy and wet. But look where we are. Oh dear, it's a bit smelly in here.
That was you, that was not me. Can't blame that one on me.
La cucaracha ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar. La cucaracha ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar. Una cucaracha pinta le dijo una colorada, vámonos para la finca a pasar la temporada. Una cucaracha pinta le dijo una colorada, vámonos para la finca a pasar la temporada.
I think we should go vegan.
So what are you having?
Granola and a yogurt. Oh, whoops. Rip to the back.
I am starting to feel a little bit better, so I thought it wasn't really worth £30 for a campsite, especially because we don't need electricity at the minute, and usually that's what we are paying for.
Yeah, the only thing we need to empty is the toilet, because at the moment it's filled with all kinds of things.
They don't need to know that, don't tell them.
We're just going to go back to wild camping, and if Jodie needs to, I'll just run out the van again. It's so open and empty here that I'm happy to go outside. You park in the middle of nowhere and someone comes to join you. Yeah, there's a guy in front and there's kids on the left. No, I just did the sign of dogging.
Oh no.
It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and for the past like half an hour we've been debating whether or not we should leave. It is ridiculously windy here, and we're surrounded by the biggest trees I've ever seen in my life, and if any of them fall on the van we will die. So we're gonna go and park somewhere a little less windy.
That's what happened last night.
Don't want to go to our usual spot. Let's go back to bed. Whilst I'm out here waiting, I thought it'd be fun to show you guys how we do our drinking water. So whenever we find a drinking water sign and a water faucet, what we do is we plug in our little 1/4-inch pipe, which runs under the sink and takes you to our water filter. So this thing takes the TDS down from like 300 all the way to 0. And that means we don't have to drink smelly, horrible water. And you can definitely tell, because most of the tap waters have like a chlorine smell. But because the water is completely stripped of any minerals, we've got this pink Himalayan sea salt. And what I usually do is take about a spoonful and just throw it in here. Sometimes I put in a little extra if Jodie's had a case of diarrhea, just to help hydrate her.
Such a dick.
And then our wastewater comes out the filter and goes into our tap water hole. Speaking of Jodie's poos, we need to empty the toilet. Luckily, this place is completely free. They've got drinking water and chemical toilet disposal. Oh boy. This is Jodie's food poisoning for 1 week. Oh, the smell, I only just breathed in. Oh, don't film in there. And these things flush just like a regular toilet at home. Let's get some hand sanitizer.
Thanks for watching, guys. We have loads planned for next year, so make sure you stay tuned. For now, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. We'll see you next time.